Hey everyone, I have a new wig to review for you guys today, and that is this one right here, and that is Orchid by the brand Estetica. So when the new shadow collection came out, I rushed to get Chocolate Smoke, and then I wanted to add this one to the collection, and that is Icy Shadow. So this is a stock card, Orchid in Icy Shadow by Estetica. So Estetica is a brand which is really difficult to find in Australia. There might be one company that sells it. I purchased both of my Esteticas from a company in the US. I've since given my Chocolate Smoke to another wig sister, and I thought I'd try out Orchid because I've heard so much about it. It is one of the ride or die styles from Estetica, and I thought I'd try it. So let me start by telling you a little bit about Orchid. So Orchid is a very long and extremely layered style. I will put the dimensions up on screen because I don't really remember what they are. It is heavily layered. There are layers everywhere. I don't usually wear layers or this many layers, and it was very hard to see from the stock photos how layered this was. So as you can see, there's like probably a 10-inch layer around the face, and then you've got another one which is probably 12 inches, and then so on and so forth. So this is a boob hugger on me. I'm 5'2", so I'm pretty short, but I do have a long neck, and it does come kind of down to my boobs. The fibers on Estetica are very, very fine. I must admit that I really do like these fibers. They're a little bit silky, so they're not overly dry. They're fine and silky. So it's not a bad thing necessarily, but this one does need dry shampoo. I have worn it once or twice out of the house, and it is quite shiny. So this platinum grey colour does pick up a lot of shine, so you'll definitely need dry shampoo. So the colour. So this one is Icy Shadow. I'm pretty sure that the top layer of this is one of Estetica's famous grey colours. I'll put the name up on the screen because I don't remember what that is. And underneath you have that really pretty chocolate shade. It's kind of like it's a cool chocolate shade underneath. So it's really hard to see because I am wearing a dark colour today, but there you go. It's a cool chocolate. It's not warm, and I think it goes really well with this. My issue with the color is I really love the top color. I really love the bottom color, but it is quite a abrupt color. So it is an abrupt blend. So it isn't really a blend per se, but rather it's kind of like an undercolor. The top is that really pretty platinum, that grey platinum, but the bottom is just a layer of this chocolate. With this heavy layering, it does look a lot more abrupt. So as you can see, this is really abrupt underneath. There's not really much of a blend. So if I were to lift this up, that's all brown, which is nice, and it's very on trend at the moment. But I think just the multiple layering for me is not really my style. But I wanted to review it for you guys because it might be someone else's. So let me show you the lace front up front because I'm pretty blown away by Estetic's lace fronts. It's really, really nice, very thinned out. It's not harsh. There are no overly massive knots, and I like that it does have that thinned out appearance. Now the lace front is quite small. It's not a wide lace front. It does run just temple to temple, shy of temple to temple. So you won't have too many styling options if you like to flip. So I'm a flipper, and as you can see, the layers just don't really flip well enough. So I would probably recommend with this, find a part and just leave it be. Don't move it around too much. It will need steaming. It will need training just to get it to sit where you want it to, because those fibers are quite fine. So I'll take the cap off so I can show you the inside of the cap, and then I'll do a quick 360 and tell you my final thoughts. So Orchid is a left mono part lace front. As I mentioned, it is temple to temple. It's not very deep. It's probably a good finger depth. It does have a little bit of permatease around the part and on the top. and it is a wefted cap. This cap is pretty stretchy, guys, So it is probably standard average and above. I would think that most Esteticas fit up to large. So if you are a petite size, this will be way too big. I already find that it is quite loose on me and I'm a petite to average, but I think this actually runs large. So if you are a large cap wearer, then you'd probably really enjoy the Estetica caps. So it does have just your basic ear tabs. It doesn't have any felt covering. It has your basic extended nape. Now it does have some metal stays in there. They're not overly strong, but yeah, they're pretty decent. So, oh yes, and they have hook adjusters. This one's come undone, and that's probably why I felt it a little bit loose. So you'd probably need to fasten this quite a lot if you are a petite to average like I am. So I'll show you this color up close again. And as I mentioned, I really do love this top shade. So it kind of reminds me of that chrome color. It is a really beautiful smoky, I guess it's a smoky platinum. Really, really lovely. It's very comparable to some of the other platinum grays that I do enjoy wearing. And I'll show you underneath so you can get a better sense of that, that cool brown. So it is a layer underneath here. Doesn't have much of a blend. And it is quite abrupt, but it's still a very, very pretty shade. And here you can see the extent of those layers all the way around. So yeah, I think this is just a little bit too much layering for me, especially since it starts quite high on top. Like I think it probably starts at 8 inches and it just has gradual layering all the way down. But yeah, if you are like me and you don't really like the overly layered look of a wig, then stay away from this one. This is definitely for someone who enjoys a lot more layers. So I'm going to put this on and do a quick 360 for you guys. Okay, so this has been Orchid by Estetica in the shade Icy Shadow. I really like the color of this. I do not like how it's blended, however. It might be really great on someone else who enjoys the heavy layering on a long wig. For me, I think I would have preferred it on Avalon, which is kind of that one length wavy bob, but it does appear it has a really nice blend on Avalon. So if you do like the that darker color base on a wig, you will really love this shade. It's actually it's a really nice color. It's a nice color on top and on bottom, but just the way that it's blended doesn't really work for me. But other than that, it's a comfortable cap. It does run a bit large, so if you're kind of like me and you're petite to average, it'll be a little bit too big. But if you do have a larger head, this is really good. I think Esteticas are really large head friendly. I mean, this is the second one I own, and I'm keen to try other styles, and hopefully they come out in petite. So, you know, I think I would rather wait and see if I can find a petite in some of their styles. But yeah, I mean, look, the fibers are really, really beautiful. Very soft, very reminiscent of the Noriko fibers that I've tried. I think you'll really enjoy this if you're looking for something a bit more fun, long layered, that can probably be worn in a really interesting updo. This is actually a really nice up, and yeah, it just works, you know. But I think the long layers for me just don't really suit my style. But anyway, I just wanted to show it to you since I have purchased it and I do have it in my wig wardrobe. So I hope you've enjoyed my review today. And if you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Kim. I have Alopecia Universalis, which is complete hair loss. I love talking about wigs and reviewing wigs on my channel, but I also talk about other autoimmune disorders, and I love wearing makeup. So if you haven't already subscribed, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to like this video before you leave. So if you have any questions about Estetica or the style Orchid or Icy Shadow, then please let me know down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.